Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Sandy Geddes, and I'm a registered marriage celebrant in Scotland, and I'll be conducting Thomas and Pamela's wedding ceremony. Thomas and Pamela have chosen a humanist ceremony in order to celebrate their commitment to each other. So it's my great pleasure to welcome you all here to celebrate and witness this marriage, and also to enjoy the lovely and unique surroundings here at the Ingliston Country Club for this happy occasion, witnessing the most important day in their lives. You must all be very special to this couple, because I've asked you to be here today to share their happiness and their joy as they take these important steps together, publicly declaring their love and commitment to one another. This will be a wonderful day, and I'm sure a marvellous evening, and it's our privilege to be here to enjoy it with them. The ceremony itself, well, it's intended to be relaxed and informal, so that we can all enjoy the occasion and make it truly a day for them to remember. But they know that it is often with the support and help of those around them, as well as from each other, that will get them through the harder times that they may face. To that end, they would like to include you all in their hopes and wishes as they take their vows shortly. And so to these two who stand before us, they're not two new individuals coming together, but they're two individuals strengthening their bond, celebrating a continuing partnership, celebrating their love for one another, and celebrating the life they share together. But how did all this come about? Well, I'm about to tell you. This love affair has its beginnings as a result of people being friends of a friend, and let me explain that. Stacey, one of today's bridesmaids, is Thomas's cousin, but is also one of Pamela's closest friends, and has been since the first year at secondary school. As a result, Pamela and Thomas ended up at family occasions, such as birthdays and family gatherings together, where they began chatting and getting to know each other. They ended up in the same group of friends who ran about together, and this would, of course, involve the partaking of some light refreshments and various hostelries almost every weekend. But more often than not, they ended up in that well-known bastion of love and romance, well renowned for its tranquility and ambience. Yes, you've probably guessed it, the Walkabout Bar in Glasgow city centre. It was here that they would meet each other very regularly, but there was no romantic spark between them at that time. And so to 2006 into 2007, yes, that long ago, where a few things conspired to allow each of our lovebirds here to take more notice of the other. They each attended Aaron's christening and then Caitlin's communion, and there, talking to each other, got that wee bit more personal. And indeed, there seemed to be that spark between them. So much so that in 2007, Thomas built up the courage and asked Pamela out on their first date. Pamela accepted, and a night at the cinema was her first choice. Now, a chick flick or some romantic tale, you might think, that would be the music of choice, or the movie of choice. But no, Thomas chose Pirates of the Caribbean. It was indeed fortunate that Pamela was chaperoned that evening by Lauren, again one of the bridesmaids, the maids of honour, to ensure that Thomas was a gentleman that they thought him to be, and indeed he was. Since that date, almost 9 years ago now, they have been a couple and have had a long courtship indeed. The next milestone along their way was moving in together in 2012 to their home in Ingliston. As with most couples, the prospect of marriage had been talked about between Pamela and Thomas over the long, long years. But it was not until early 2014 when Thomas happened to be visiting a sauna, and I'm told it was a reputable one. And he was along with Andy, his best man. And Andy took it upon himself to give Thomas some man-to-man advice and told him that he better get a move on to commit to Pamela. Unbeknown to Andy, Thomas had already put the wheels in motion. So in the summer of 2014, Thomas took a carload of friends to try and select a ring in the Argyle Arcade. This was Rachel, Long and Caitlin. Nothing like getting a second opinion. The ring was duly chosen by Thomas and sanctioned by all present, which led to the spontaneous flood by Rachel, much to everyone's surprise, including the shop assistant. Rachel kept the ring in her house so that it would not be discovered by Pamela. Thomas then retrieved the ring for their holiday in Kos in Greece that September, making an excuse to Rachel that he needed the ring for a trip to Newcastle after Kos, pretending he was going to propose in Newcastle to keep the surprise from Pamela's sisters. There was a group of them going, and Thomas was determined to propose during the holiday. Thomas gave the ring to his very trustworthy brother, James, to keep safe until required. Now, as night follows day, some of you will guess what happened next. On their arrival at their hotel in Kos, James discovered that he'd left his bag in the bus and immediately took off like Usain Bolt to try and retrieve it before it bus departed to the next stop. Needless to say, he did. But the commotion and panic this caused was a mystery to Pamela, as she had no idea that her future happiness lay within that bag. It was then midway through the holiday, on the 8th of September, that Thomas, being the romantic that he is, booked a dinner for only him and Pamela in the Sky Bar at the top of the very large hill in Kos. Pamela was none too happy, particularly as a choice of venue, and moaned the whole way up and had to be constantly coaxed by Thomas not to turn round. They eventually sat at their table, and Pamela was very impressed by the surroundings and vista through the panoramic windows. And it ran through her mind that the location would be a lovely place to propose. Little did she know. They got settled, and Thomas then embarked on a short speech to Pamela, talking about how much he cared for her and saying that they'd known each other for a long time. Having said that, Pamela then interrupted him, obviously not knowing what's coming next, and sarcastically said, "Not that you would know," and pointed to her wedding finger. At this point, Thomas lowered himself into one knee next to their table, took the ring from his pocket and raised the opened box towards Pamela, while saying the immortal line, "Will you marry me?" Pamela was taken completely aback and could say nothing, which prompted Thomas to say, "I don't care if it's a yes or a no, just tell me so I can get off my knee." Wasting no further time, Pamela gave an emphatic yes in reply. They of course celebrated with their friends abroad, having a few drinks of course, and since that time they have been organising this great event. Pamela with her laid back approach to it, while Thomas on the other hand is wanting it all organised yesterday. As is my way, I asked Thomas and Pamela to write a few sentences about what is still the attraction of the other after all these years, and asked them to keep their comments secret from each other. So they've no heard the comments I'm about to recite, and like you, will be hearing them for the very first time. Pamela said of Thomas, "Tom always puts me first and always has my best interests at heart. I love how he cares so much about me and my family, including Holly, the dog. Tom makes me laugh loads and even finds me funny. He is always so generous and does everything to give me what I want. I've always loved how much Thomas loves his family, and it's so nice to see. And I love how he's there for me and making me smile, even if I'm feeling sad. Well done, Thomas said of Pamela. I love her smile, the big smile that when you are having a rubbish day, when you see it, makes it all good again. The smile that when you're at your lowest brings you back up again. And the smile that usually comes with a high-pitched laugh. And when she's smiling, it makes me know that I'm still making her happy. I love the way she can make me laugh, and that's every day. There are days she makes me cry. It's usually when I'm watching the football and she wants to talk for Scotland. Or when I'm hungover and she wants to get up at the crack of dawn to go shopping. But I wouldn't change a thing. I love the way Pamela still thinks that she's the boss after all these years. When everyone in this room, including Pamela, knows it's really me.
You just made that.
And I love the way, after 9.5 years together, she's still the most caring, lovable, crazy, amazing person I know. And the only thing that's changed about her is that she is now going to be my new, beautiful, still crazy wife. Well done, Thomas. And that, dear friends, is a very abridged story of Thomas and Pamela's relationship today, with the next chapter of their life together about to commence in front of your very eyes. So at this point, could I ask Emma to step forward as she has a poem to recite on this auspicious occasion by Gretchen Gould. Gould. You come in here, darling.
One woman, one man, with hearts so true, come before you to say I do. A love so fair, a dream come true, a couple shares what they are destined to do. He takes her hand to have and to hold, their hearts embrace and never let go. A touch so pure, a smile so real, she closes her eyes so she may feel. The love of one man, the love of her life, they join as one, as man and wife.
Well done, darling. Well done. Thank you very much, Emma. This marriage, it will join two people who trust the love that they have found. It is a partnership in which each can grow and be their true selves while sharing in the development of each other. It is a statement to all those around them of what the two of them know, namely that they have found such love, friendship and support that they wish to share the rest of their lives together. But the marriage ceremony provides the opportunity for you, the family and friends together in one place, to impart this message of love and commitment, and for everyone to celebrate the happiness of the happy couple. Pamela is so pleased that her dad and mum, John and Lorna, together with her partners Elaine and Jim, are here to see her walk down the aisle to marry the man who means so much to her. She's also delighted that her two sisters, Lauren and Rachel, are here as her maids of honour, accompanied by Pamela's close friends and confidants, Emma, Caitlin and Stacey, as bridesmaids. You're all looking absolutely resplendent, and she could ask for no finer ladies to be by her side today. Well done. Pamela would also like to use the opportunity to thank her grandfather, Eddie, who is here today for his wonderful contribution to her life. Thank you, Eddie. Thomas is also pleased to have his mother, Hazel, present to see him move on to another chapter of his life, along with his close brother, James. Then there is Thomas' close buddy, through thick and thin, Andy, who is performing the role of best man for Thomas, and it's managed to get him here in one piece and sober, as all good best men should. And a special thanks to Marty, Stumpy, and of course, Funky. I'll let you identify them later, for being Thomas's ushers on this special day. Then there is a little person amongst us, in the shape of Aaron, the page boy, Thomas's niece, who is looking particularly handsome. Oh, nephew, my apologies. That's a good slap you on it, Aaron. You're looking particularly handsome today. Well done. On today of all days, both Pamela and Thomas would like to acknowledge the positive contribution to their lives by persons who have all unfortunately passed on but are in their thoughts today. Pamela's gran, Pam, and Thomas's gran and grandpa, Helen and Will, his grandpa and grandmother, Tam and Margaret, and of course, his dear father, John. But we're surrounded by Thomas and Pamela's friends. Some of you have known them their entire lives, and some for only a few years. But no matter how long or in what circumstances, you will form the community within which their lives will be lived. And to represent this family love and sharing, Thomas and Pamela are going to exchange personal vows in a couple of minutes. But prior to that, they'll have a traditional Scottish handfast. I will be placing ribbons round their joined hands as a way of confirming their union. Thomas has chosen a Highland Sky tartan, while Pamela has chosen a navy coloured ribbon. Thank you, a few seconds.
You get two and I've got none.
A handfast. It's an ancient Celtic marriage ritual. And if you ever wondered where the expression tying the knot came from, you're about to find out. It's a symbolic way of showing that they're joined to one another. And although originally the idea was that they're only betrothed for a year and a day, Thomas and Pamela's handfast will be for life. Because today, you marry your friend. The one you've laughed and cried with. The one you've learned from and shared with. The one you've chosen to support, encourage and give yourself to through all the days given to you to share. Today, you marry the one you love. These are the hands of your best friend, strong and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow and forever. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes. Perhaps some tears of sorrow, but plenty of tears of joy. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Separate the hands. Smart, that's it. As this knot is tied, so are your lives now bound. Woven into this ribbon, into its very fibres, are all the hopes of your friends and family, and of yourselves for your new life together. So hold it safe as a symbol of your individual love for the other and respect of your joining. A Celtic handfast, tying a knot. Thank you. We now come to the focal part of this ceremony, when Thomas and Pamela will make their vows to each other and exchange rings. But what is the wedding ring? And I dare say many of you are wearing one. The wedding ring is a circle that has no beginning and no end. It symbolises unity and infinity. The ring looks both inwards and outwards, an embrace that bonds without imprisoning, a support that reassures without restricting. It is a reminder to the giver of the promises you make today. And while each simple band may not be of great value in itself, it's made precious by your wearing of it. So Andy, will you now hand Thomas Pamela's ring in order for Thomas to make his vows to Pamela? I'll introduce that again, Andy. Okay, Andy. Pamela, here in the presence of our family and friends,
Pamela, here in the presence of family and friends,
I promise to love you and to care for you
I promise to love you and care for you
during our journey together through life.
during our journey together through life.
I will be your partner, your love, and your best friend.
Your partner, your love, and your best friend.
I give you this ring as a token of my love for you,
I give you this ring as a token of my love for you.
and as I give you my hand to hold,
As I give you my hand to hold,
I give you my heart to keep.
I give you my heart to keep.
Push up. Well done. Andy, will you now hand Pamela Thomas's ring in order for Pamela to make her vows to Thomas? Pamela, please repeat after me. Thomas, here in the presence of our family and friends,
Promise you in the presence of our family and friends.
I promise to love you and to care for
I promise to love you and to care for you
you during our journey together through life.
during our journey together through life.
I will be your partner, your love, and your best friend.
I will be your partner,
Your
your love, and your best friend.
I give you this ring as a token of my love for you,
I give you this ring as a token of my love for you,
and as I give you my hand to hold,
and as I give you my hand to hold,
I give you my heart to keep.
I give you my heart to keep.
Push that way. Keep holding hands.
So,
Thomas, please make a declaration to Pamela, and repeat after me. I, Thomas Carr,
I, Thomas Carr,
accept you, Pamela J. McGoughlin,
accept you, Pamela J. McGoughlin,
to be my lawful wedded wife in marriage.
to my lawful wedded wife in marriage.
Pamela, please make your official declaration to Thomas and repeat after me. I, Pamela J. McGoughlin,
I, Pamela J. McLaughlin,
accept you, Thomas Carr,
accept you, Thomas Carr,
to be my lawful wedded husband in marriage. To be my lawful wedded husband in marriage.
to be my lawful husband in marriage.
Following the declarations made before me and in front of all you witnesses, it is now my very proud duty, Thomas and Pamela, to declare you married and pronounce you husband and wife. And please kiss them tonight. Can I ask James and Lon to now join the bridal party in order to witness the signing of the marriage schedule? You just make your way around it, Pamela. Thank you. It's traditional for the lady to sign first. So, remember it's your name, Pamela. If you want to practice, feel free.
You're a falling star. You're the getaway car. You're the riding star. When I go too far,
Thomas,
you're the swimming
you're in there.
I'm a riding star. And you're the perfect thing to say. Magic when you're calling, but
You'll swing over this way.
smiling, you know exactly what you
Lon, can you get in?
Yeah.
You're signing just down there above your name. Again, if you want to practice, feel free, but that's where you're going to sign. Smashing. And last but by no means least, James, the ring keeper. If you could, if you could sign in there, please. Now this is me. Once I sign it, it's official. No other objection. Brilliant. I win.
Fantastic.
Put that over there. Wait, top of it. One more spread. And then the photographer can. Okay, take it away.
Can I ask you both just to stand at the side? How would you? As if you're saying it, then you actually just like that. Just like that towards it.
and gentlemen, as I said at the beginning, if you wish to take photos, please step forward, snap away, and return to your seat to conclude the ceremony. Thank you. You're just coming out to stand here. Okay, great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would everyone please be upstanding and welcome for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Carr. I'm sure you've all felt warmed by this occasion and recognise today has been a meaningful day for everyone here. It has brought your families together and reunited friendships. May you always reflect upon these proceedings and recall the happiness of this very day. I would like to give my own personal good wishes to Thomas and Pamela, and if I may, recite a very short poem by a chap by the name of Leo Marx, with the wish, I'm sure, from all of us that it can make the words and the sentiments truly their own. And I'm sure a number of the older ones amongst you will recognise this, and it goes: the life that I have is all that I have, and the life that I have is yours. The love that I have for this life that I have is yours and yours and yours. On behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Carr, I'd like again to thank you all very much for being here on this very special occasion. The bride and groom are now going to retire downstairs, pick up a glass of the bubbly stuff, and I'm sure accompanied by all of you, and some photographs will be taken. So please don't dissipate to far corners of this wonderful country club. So finally, it gives me the greatest of pleasure to present to you, once again, Mr. and Mrs. Carr. Ladies, you're swinging up behind you. Well done. Enjoy that, Andy.